Hello students, welcome back. I hope you all are fine and well at your home. So students, today we are going to start a very new topic from your book, and the topic today we are going to discuss is money. Now you must be thinking that money. So the very first thing which comes in our mind is money is something coins or note, but no. The actual definition of money is any object or a record that is generally accepted as payment for goods and services and repayment in a country. So in a country, whatever things or goods are being exchanged for the goods and services, that is called money. The Indian currency which we are using right now is Indian rupee, also written in the form of INR. So that is Indian rupee. Now students, you must be thinking that a question which arises here is, what was before money? What we were using when the money was not there, that means we don't have coins and rupees. So that time the system which we use was barter system. The system was barter system. To barter is to exchange goods without involving money, because that time money was not evolved. Now in barter system, we give some goods to one person and in return we take something else. So that is an exchange of goods. For example, if one person has a good which is something useful to some other person, then he gives the good and take it back in return to some other goods. Now the point is, why money was invented? So there was a very important reason behind it, that when we are exchanging the goods, that time the amount or the quantity of goods or the quality of goods was not same. So in that case, many of the peoples get into a quarrel that no, my goods are of more value and you are giving me something which is less valued and something like that. So in that case, we people decided to make something which is equal in number, and that will be called as money. Right? Now here comes some drawbacks of the barter system, because of which money was evolved. Very first, no double coincidences of wants. Second, no specific unit of value. That means there was no fixed number of values that for particular things, what are the things should be exchanged. No specific unit of measurement. Nobody can measure that how much the cost of my goods and how much is the cost of the good which I am exchanging with my goods. At the same time, inability of divisibility of goods. And the last, the most important thing was the inability to transport goods. Maybe the good is very big in size, so that's why it was not so easy to transfer it from one place to another. So because of the drawbacks of all these reasons, we have developed a new condition of living, and that is money. Money which is required for our living. Why it is required? Because we can purchase, we can sell or buy goods with the help of this. Now the money which we are using nowadays are basically consist of two things: coins and rupees. As you can see on the board, that we have coins and rupees which we are using as money. Now let us know something more about paisa and rupees. A paise or rupee are unit of measurement of money in India. If I talk about India, so yes, what we are using for the exchange and purchasing of the goods, that is money in the form of paise or rupees. Now if we discuss about various types of coins which we were using in our ancient time, since our ancient time, that is 1 paisa, 2 paisa, 5 paisa, then 10 paisa, 20 paisa, 25 paise, 50 paise, 1 rupee, 2 rupees and 5 rupees, along with that 10 rupees. But out of these all paises, some of the paisa are not being in use nowadays. Right now, the kind of paisas which we are using is basically 25 paisa, which now even also now not in use. So right now what we are using is basically a 1 rupee coin, 2 rupee coin, 5 rupee coin and a 10 rupee coin. So these are the money which are present in the form of coins. Along with this, we have some more currencies which are in the form of notes. Note means a piece of paper which have some value. So the notes which we are using nowadays is 1 rupee note, 2 rupee note, 5 rupee note, 10 rupees note, 20 rupees note, 50 rupees note, 100 rupee note, 200 rupee note, 500 rupee note and 2000 rupee note. So these are the different kind of paise and notes which we are using, or you can say these are the different kinds of coins and notes which we are using nowadays. Now here comes, when we talk about this rupee and paise, so there comes a relation between these two. So what is the relation between paise and rupee? So yes, the relation here is 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise. 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise. The same term can also be said in different way, that 100 paise makes 1 rupee. Clear, students? Now let's take some example. If it is said that you have to convert 5 rupees to paise. So how you are going to convert? So as there are 5 rupees and 1 rupee is actually equals to 100 paise. So in that case, what you will do? You will multiply 5 with 100 and it will give you 500 paise. That means 5 rupees is also equals to 500 paise. Similarly, if you have to convert 650 paise, that is given in paise, into rupees. So now since you have to convert paise into rupees, that means you will divide it by 100, because 100 paise makes 1 rupee. So as we will divide 650 by 100, you will get rupees 6.50, or you can also call it 6 rupees and 50 paise. So this is all about money. Today in this lecture, we are going to discuss some more questions related to addition, subtraction, multiplication and division related to the terms of money. When we buy or sell something, in that case, how we use these basics operation in terms of money. So let us discuss some more questions from your book exercise. So students, after gathering a lot of information related to money, now let us discuss some questions from your book exercise. And here, as you can see on the board, that I have taken some 4 questions from your book exercise, and we will discuss the solution of these 4 questions one by one. After discussing the questions, I hope all the doubts which will be there in your mind will be clear, and then accordingly you can proceed further with the rest of the questions of your exercise. Now the first question, which says add rupees 49.50, that means rupees 49 and 50 paisa and 50 paise. So you have to add rupees 49.50 with 50 paise. So in the first solution, where you have to add these two amount given to you, so very first you will write the number in separate column. The first column is for the rupees, so that is 49.50. So this is the column of rupees, and after decimal the column is for the paise. Now add means plus, and then what you have to add here? We have to add 50 paise only. So that means there is no such value for the rupees. So we will write 0, 0 here, decimal and 50 paise. Clear, students? So now we are ready to add 49.50 with 0.50. That means 49 rupees 50 paise with 50 paise. Now let's start adding it from the extreme right side. 0 plus 0 is 0. 5 plus 5 is 10. Decimal here, and the 1 carry forwarded to the next bracket. Now 0 plus 9 is 9. 9 plus 1, 10. 0 here, 1 carry forward. 0 plus 4, 4 plus 1, 5. So what is our answer equals to? Rupees 50.00, or you can also write it as rupees 50. So our answer, that means the total sum of 49 rupees 50 paisa along with 50 paisa is rupees 50. Clear, students? Now let's discuss the second question, where you have to multiply 95 paise with 5. So we have to multiply 95 paise with 5. So let's check out the solution for this question. So since you have to multiply 95 paise with 5, there are two ways. Either you convert paise into rupees and then multiply, or you can simply just multiply the values and then later on you can convert the value from paise to rupees. What I suppose that you should multiply the value very first. So let's multiply 95 with 5. 5 5s are 25, 2 carry. 5 9s are 45 plus 2, 47. So what is this 475? This 475 is paise. But as you all know that 100 paise makes 1 rupee, and here you have something around 475 paise. That means you have to convert it into rupees. So now in the next step, 475 paise to rupees. Now we will convert this into rupees. So for that, divide 475 by 100. Why we are dividing it by 100? Because 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise. Since there are 100 paise in 1 rupee, so we will be dividing the number by 100. So dividing this 475 by 100, decimal after 2 places, 1, 2. So it will be rupees 4.75. So we can call it as rupees 4.75, or you can also say 4 rupees 75 paise. So the product of 95 paise with 5 is 4 rupees and 75 paise. Clear, students? So the first question was related to addition, second question was related to multiplication. Let's discuss the third question, which is actually a word problem. So let us read what is being given and what is asked in the question. So the question says, Manu took rupees 14.75, that means 14 rupees 75 paise to the shop. So Manu went to a shop and he has 14 rupees 75 paise in his pocket. Now he bought a box of colors worth rupees 5.80. So after going to the shopkeeper, he purchased a color box and the cost of the color box is given as 5 rupees 80 paise. How much money is left with him? So that means out of total money 14.75, that means 14 rupees 75 paise, if he has made a purchasing of 5 rupees 80 paise, how much money will be left with him? So what you have to do? Yes, we will subtract the value, because the total money which he was having is 14 rupees 75 paise. Out of this 5 rupees 80 paise he has spent for the purchasing of his colors. So let us very first write the statements. The total money, what was the total amount with him? 14 rupees 75 paise. Then what he has purchased? That means color box. So the cost of colors, the cost of the colors is 5 rupees and 80 paise. Now how much money left? So money left is equals to, for So now to find the money left, what you will do? We will subtract the value. What we will do? Subtract the value. So let us subtract the value now. 5 minus 0 is 5. Can we subtract 8 from 7? No. So let's take a borrow. So 7 will become 17 and 4 will become 3. 17 minus 8. Answer is 9. Then is your decimal part. Can we subtract 5 from 3? No. So let's taking up a borrow. This will become 0 and 3 will become 13. 13 minus 5 is 8 and 0. So how much money is left with Manu after purchasing the color? 8 rupees 95 paise. So he is left with 8 rupees 95 paise, or you can say rupees 8.95. This is the money left with him after purchasing the colors for rupees 5.80. Clear, students? Moving forward with the next question. Let's discuss the last question. Now the question here says Ram bought 2 packs of toffees for rupees 700. So Ram went to the market and he purchased 2 packets of toffees, and the cost of both the packets is rupees 700. So in 700 rupees he purchased basically 2 packets of toffees. If each toffee cost 35 paise, what is the cost of one toffee? 35 paise. How many toffees were there in the packets? So what is the total number of toffees in the packets? That means 2 packets. So here very first, the cost of the 2 packets is given to us, which is rupees 700. The cost of one toffee is given to us, which is 35 paise. Now as you can see, the total cost is given in rupees and the cost of one toffee is given in paise. So what we will do? Very first, we will convert the cost given in rupees into paise. And then since we have to find the number of toffees in the packet, so we are going to divide the total cost with the cost of one toffee. So very first, let's write the statement for the given question. The total cost of toffees is rupees 700, and since we have to convert this rupees 700 into paise, so we will be multiplying 700 by 100. Why? Because the rule is 100 paise makes 1 rupee. So earlier, since we have to convert paise to rupees, we have divided by 100. Now you have to convert rupees to paise, so you will be multiplying by 100. So that will give you 70,000 paise. So the total cost of toffees in terms of paise is 70,000 paise. Now cost of one toffee. What is the cost of one toffee given to us? The cost of one toffee is 35 paise. Now you have to find number of toffees. So number of toffees in packets is equals to 70,000 divided by 35. That means the total cost of the toffees divided by the cost of one toffee. Let's perform the division here. 70,000 will be divided by 35. 35 2s are 70. Subtracted here, 70 minus 70, 0. We'll bring this 0. 35 zeros are 0. Subtracted. Next 0. 35 zeros are 0. Cross. Last one more 0 is there. 35 zeros are 0. Done. So as the division is complete, what is the quotient here? The quotient is 2000. The quotient is 2000. That means there are 2000 toffees in the 2 packets of the toffee. Right? So this is how you can solve the questions related to money, whether it is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. I hope the explanation of all these questions were clear to all of you. You must have understood the concept very carefully. Kindly go through the rest of the questions from your exercise book. Thank you for the lesson, students.